Oh, like now. Hey guys, Ronnie Mac here. You guys know me as MrHairArt, owner of the Shops Salons Network, the Hair Art Network, and the new Mobile Salon Network. I'm here at our new facility in Dallas, Texas. We're right here off the freeway. We've got a lot of traffic coming through here, so you know Mobile Salons is about to blow up. We are building, this is one of our locations where we build mobile salons. You can see all of the bays where we actually take in the buses and we create the Mobile Salon Buses here. Everyone asks us, where do we put them together? How do we do the process? Well, we're gonna show this particular building from start to finish as much as we can without violating too much of our privacy policies for our customers. A lot of the mobile salon operators don't like their buses being shown for their secrets of how they're putting them together and whatnot. So we're gonna show you guys how we're putting this shop together, how the business works, what we do to do the customization of the buses, and what all we put into them and all that good stuff. So you'll see that end to end. But if you're a barber or stylist and you're looking to go mobile, you need to go to our website, www.mobilesalons.com. That's where you get started. Get your monies together, get your heart right, and start getting serious about moving on this business, because it is taking over. If you're a barber that's sitting in a barber shop waiting on customers to come to you, you're gonna have a problem, because these barbers are going mobile. They're going to the customer, so they're getting their money automatically right off the bat. So you don't want to be the competition to that, because they're going to the customer and getting that money directly. If you're an investor, you want to be investing in a business that's safe, that is recession proof. Everybody has hair. You know, everybody wants to get their hair done, and today's day and age, everybody's looking for convenience, that convenience factor. So this is it. This is the mobile salon business. This is what we do. So we want you guys to come on board and invest in something that's actually moving, and it's going to be a safe bet for you to double, triple, even, you know, make even more money off of investing your money, putting your money to work. If you're an advertiser, if you're a sponsor or advertiser, this is a new wave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Mac here. You guys know me as MrHairArt. I'm showing this video today just to give you a heads up. Mobile salon display advertising is here. We not only have the ability to do custom vehicle wraps, advertising company brands and products, we now have the ability to run video commercials on the inside and outside digital displays of all of our mobile barbershops and beauty salons. Contact us now to sign up for one of our new hair art and mobile salon advertising packages.
Okay, advertising in mobile salons, even advertising in hair art, advertising on people's heads in hair art advertising, hair art designs. Go to www.mobilesalons.com. You'll see all of that information on how you get into this business and how you advertise and sponsor one or more of our buses. Is definitely going to be worth it. Man, look at all that traffic. Wow, we are going to blow up, people. We're right in the heart of Dallas, Texas, so we're going to be able to crank these buses out and ship them all over the country. That's our mission. We got a lot of buses rolling right now, but we're trying to get a minimum. We're trying to get several hundred buses a year put out to take control and make sure that we have the proper representation for all of you advertisers out there that want to advertise on Mobile Salon Buses. So this is our 4th location. It's basically going to help us to get all of the buses that we need on the road out there, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, we take the shuttle buses and convert them into mobile barbershops and beauty salons. It's about to be explosive. All right, so get in on it, guys. It's definitely worth your time and effort and money to invest in something that's actually going to work for you. Everybody has hair. Like I said, everybody wants that convenience factor of having their barber stylist come to them. That's what mobile salons do. All right, I'll come back to you guys shortly and start showing you all of the process of us setting this thing up and getting going. So appreciate your time and effort. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember our motto: respect yourself, because image is everything. Peace.
All right, everybody, we're back. I had to restart the computer, the entire computer. I'm still working on my computer and the receptionist's desk. So if we have any issues, you guys, you have to let me know. You have to let me know, because I can't see it. I don't have everything in front of me. So I don't know if the audio goes out. I don't know if hold on a second. Everything in front of me. Okay. So this is the only screen that I have, which is the big screen behind me, to turn on YouTube to actually watch the show from you guys' angle and see what it is that you guys are seeing. But yesterday it wasn't hooked up, so I couldn't see the show, and I was told that the audio was glitching and going in and out. And then when I watched the show afterwards, yeah, it was going in and out very bad, and the volume was really low. The volume was very low. So yeah, wish we could have caught that. But we're in right now, and we're running. So we're in and we're running right now. So hopefully we're gonna be wrapping all of this stuff up and then going straight for the gold from there. I'm waiting on some visitors here. It's nighttime. It's past 6 o'clock, but we're still working. We're about to be pulling some all-nighters. We're about to be pulling some major overtime at the shop to get everything up and running. I'm right now working off of probably 3 hours worth of sleep. So for the last couple of days, I've just been running, and I am drained right now, guys. We've been hitting these, which we're definitely going to be talking to these guys for sponsorship. We use these, and I normally, because y'all know I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't like anything that is unnatural or out of the ordinary for your body. But this is pretty much pure caffeine. But when I trade, I'll probably pour half of this into, you all know, the Gold Peak tea. And it'll pick you right up. I mean, it literally picks you up. And I try not to drink a bottle of these, a whole bottle in a day, or try to skip, several days so that your body levels out and you don't get jittery or kind of overdo it with caffeine, because your body will start to react from it. But all in all, yeah, it's a very effective. It's kind of like Red Bull, drinking Red Bull, which it is what it is with a lot of this stuff. But I was using those and literally getting to the point where you're drowsy. You're out here ordering people around. The fire guys was out here today working on the sprinkler system and the fire alarm system, because the fire alarm kept going off. So they have to come out, and every time the fire alarm goes off, they have to come out and reset it. So they taught me how to reset it myself, so that now when the fire alarm goes off, I can go in there and reset it. But they have it hooked up to the fire station. So they have to contact the fire station and tell the dispatch or the dispatchers at the fire station that it's a false alarm. Otherwise, they'll send a bunch of fire trucks out here, because this is a 25,000 square foot building here. So if there's a fire here, that's not a small thing. It's huge. So they will send big trucks out here if they think it's a fire. Plus, we have multi-million-dollar apartment complexes out here. We have the city organizations on my left side here. We have State Fair on my right side here. The main post office. We have just a bunch of different very valuable businesses that are, that will not appreciate you, burning their establishments down. So if something happens in this area that's close to downtown Dallas, they're on it immediately. That's why I told people, when you guys come here, please don't come here acting crazy. The police dispatch is right across the street here, right across the freeway, and they come up under the freeway and hit here. They're literally here in 2 minutes. I mean, in 2 minutes flat. So that's going to be very interesting, because we have characters that come and get their hair done. So there's going to be a lot of content that goes on. What's up, Barry? What's happening? Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. I'm sorry, guys. I'm drained. I'm pulling left and right, and I'm trying to get everybody taken care of. Plus, I'm trying to get the building done, because I have investors coming. I have inspectors coming. I have several sponsors that have already scheduled themselves to come out. So they're coming to the building, and we have to have the building up and running. We have to have, the place available to show. And then we did a presentation, and we hosted some people to come out here last month. At the end of last month, I was telling you guys we had an open house. Well, not a full open house, just partially, to let some key players come out and see the building. But obviously, you guys know, at the beginning of the year, we're going to be completely open. Everybody will be able to come out and actually see the property, because we'll have everything secured. What's up, Phil? Phil is in. Miss V, Miss Veronique is in. Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to Miss Veronique. She said better than Red Bull. Yeah, I say I used to drink Red Bull. I didn't drink it often, because I didn't like the spike and the hardness of it. This is not as hard and as harsh as Red Bull. If you drink Red Bull, you better be prepared. You better be ready, because it'll punch you in the face. This right here is a ramp up, but you don't have to worry about the jitters or getting crunk up like Monster. I tried Monster a couple of times, and I'm not sure, but I think we're sponsored by Monster. I'm not sure. I have to check our roster, but we have a bunch of different companies coming in, and I try my best, and I want you guys to do the same. I try my best to use their product. So if they're sponsoring us and they're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, because that's where we're headed. We're actually headed to sponsors putting down millions of dollars for this project and what we're doing. It would be more than nice if we actually use their product and we know what their product is all about. So that's a very big thing to me, because I don't like to so that's okay. I have to check my audio every once in a while. I'm paranoid now. I don't like to have a sponsor or have someone be in business with someone and then not know about their product or use their product to have something to do with it. So I'll personally be involved with it, using it, trying it out, or know how it works and everything, so that we're able to speak intelligently on it. So that's a real big thing. I have several people that are that have sent products in to us to be showcased on our Mobile Salon buses, and I actually use the product. So I will use it and check it out and test it, and if it works, if it's good, then we'll actually roll with it. We'll put it on the buses and promote it and do everything that we need to do with it. To make sure that it is a success. But if it's not, then yeah, I literally, and not to be rude, but I literally will not push it. I mean, I won't. I have my partners to not even sign it, if because we get a lot of them, guys. We get a lot of emails and proposals from people and companies that are wanting us to put their product on our platform, and a lot of it is not good. I mean, it's really not good. So a ton of stuff coming from China and Japan and Korea, and a lot of that stuff is knockoff stuff, and we just will not support it. We will not put it on the platform. We just do not like to mess around with stuff like that. Especially we've came across, and I just want to put this out there, because we have to let everybody know how we're going to be operating here. We have a lot of people that are, what in the hell is that? Somebody screaming outside. So we have a lot of products that will come through that have some of them say that they have patents on it or copyrights on it. Then we check it and it doesn't have a patent or copyright, so we can't use it, because it has to be, if you say it has a patent, then we have to follow those patent guidelines and those copyright guidelines. Otherwise we can get in trouble. We can't use your product or your content if it has a patent, a copyright, a trademark, or anything like that on it that has specific rules and guidelines to it. Because once we use it, then we're liable and we can be sued. So we don't use it unless we have the patent. We know what the patent is. We've read through it. We know how it works, and then we're communicating with you all, and you guys sign off on it and the whole 9 yards to make sure that everybody is safe, that your product is safe. Because if someone, say for instance, and this has happened already, where we knock it out and we deal with it immediately. If we're going to be hosting your product and it has a patent on it, if someone else starts creating or building your product based off of our content, or they see us overseas, or they see our magazine or content of where we're showing your product, if they try to knock it off or steal it or copy it, we'll actually go and sue them on your behalf. So you sign off on that and all that stuff, and then we get our attorneys to go out and attack the people that are knocking off your product. That's something that has never been done in our industry, but is sorely needed. I mean, it's huge that there's so many people that are getting ripped off. Not just overseas either, not just from China and Japan and all of them, but from people actually here. I'm seeing a lot of overseas. Well, I see a lot of immigrant type organizations that come over. They see a product that's working, that's selling, and then they'll just make a copy of it, a cheaper knockoff of that product, and then put it out on the streets to sell because your product is selling well. We won't have that. Once we see it, we attack it, just to let them know that you don't mess with our product line or our partners. When you're partners with us, we protect your brand, we protect your product and your intellectual property. So that's one of the things that I'm priding myself to build that brand for the products that we are promoting and on our television network, the Hair TV, and our Shops and Salons Network, as well as our magazine. We got the magazine that's going to be launched at the beginning of the year. Our online stores, because we'll put your product on your store, on our store, and then we'll give you, same thing like Amazon or stores like that, we'll give you your page on the store to where you can sell your product, and you get readouts and printouts of all that stuff, so that you're able to keep up with product sales. If you're manufacturing a product, we work with you to make sure that we're not selling something that you can't deliver. That's another quality element. That's another quality element that we can't afford to sell a bunch of people your product and then you don't deliver it to them because it looks bad on us. We're the ones who's selling it to them. So they won't come after you. They'll come after us because we're the ones who sold it to them. So it's a bunch of different things, guys, a bunch of different things that keep us on our toes in building this new industry. Okay, building the mobile salon industry and MOBALON as a base, meaning you guys will be able to come on board as a member and partners and work within our network, and we help you, you help us, we all get paid together. We like to keep everything above board, everything on the up and up, so that we don't stumble across each other and step on each other's feet. What's up, Barry? So yeah, that's important. I know I'll go off on a little tangent, but it's extremely important, especially when we get started. Okay, when we get started, it's going to be a whole nother world, guys, a whole nother world, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of potential to elevate your product and elevate your business to a whole nother level. And we like to make sure that everybody's covered. Miss Janice, I'm working. Yeah, I'm in here actually working. She's asking, what is this behind me covering up the TV? This is one of the desks that go the cabinets that go behind the stall, and I build stuff myself. I told y'all I build stuff myself. I use my own hands and build stuff. I'm literally the only one here right now. Well, I have some people in the back, but I'm the only one here, and I'm still here, and I'm gonna be here for a while, building and putting everything together and kind of organizing and setting up for when the guys come in the morning. They'll have their listing and everything to knock out, but I'm gonna be on it to get this thing done and put together. Yeah. And I seen somebody say, do you follow instructions? Yes, I follow instructions. Look, yes, I follow the instructions. I think we had that issue with somebody when I was doing something on one of the buses, and they was like, "Are you following the instructions?" Yeah, I actually follow the instructions. Yeah, we had a comment that men don't follow instructions. Men don't read the instructions. Some men do. I'm one of them. I like to know that I'm doing things right and correctly when I'm building and putting it together. And on that note, I'll say this. I've had several people call and email, and I don't know if you guys are watching the show or if you're kind of paying attention to the flow of what all we're doing, but right now I'll reiterate, and I guess I'll have to keep saying it until we're done. But everything for the school, everything for the buses, because we have a couple of buses that are down right now, and we can't get to you until we get everything moved over. We got a ton of stuff in boxes. Things are still on trucks. Things are still in warehouses. We moved out of one location, shut that location down, and until this location was up and running on the other side, the other side where I took you guys before, that entire wing is being constructed out and cleared out right now, because there's a lot of boxes, a lot of boards and material from the old tenant that is in there, and they're clearing all of that stuff out. So we have to wait until all of that's cleared before we can get in, and that's holding up a lot of the progress and the movement forward. And we got some more of our servers in, but we have to get all 7 of them in for us to get up and running for the instructors to move here and then ramp back up to school and get going. But I had some people in Arkansas, I believe. I had some people in Arkansas, a young lady that got in trouble because she sent an email saying that it was very unprofessional and she'd never been a part of a program like ours that had her sitting and waiting, and she don't feel like she want to continue and whatnot. They booted her out. They kicked her out and they sent her money back. So they didn't even wait for her to sign a cancellation or to let them know what's going on. And then she called me directly and left a message saying she wasn't trying to get out of the program. She was just trying to get someone to check her assignments or something she was needing done. And I haven't contacted her back, but she says she watches the show. If you're watching the show, I implore you, and I've explained several times to everybody, hold what you got. We're working on it. We're literally moving everything from multiple locations to this location, and that slows everything down. It's unfortunate that you guys came on board at this particular time. This year has been the most hectic year of all of the 5 years that we've been doing this. Okay, all of the 5. When we first started putting buses together, and I want to make sure that everybody understands so that there's no confusion. We started this thing out doing test runs, putting buses out, checking people, running the program, and making sure that it works, and that this is something that we can duplicate and actually put together. And we continue to have extreme success. I mean, it was awesome, but as we upgraded and put everything into motion, Miss Barrel, okay, yeah, thank you. They said that we have some sponsors watching. So very, very good. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for coming in. It's a good time to come in because I'm literally here. I'm amped up on 5 hour. I'm going to contact this company to get a sponsorship. But we make sure that everybody understands that this is not a normal year. This is not a normal company. We haven't launched yet. We haven't pressed the go button to say, hey, here we are. This is what we do. This is ... We're still ramping up and getting ready to launch. But when people say, hey, I'm ready right now, I need to get it going, give me my bus now. It's a weird thing because, you know, when you're paying $5,000, and I say this all the time, I say this to certain people to make sure they understand. When you're paying $5,000 and you say, hey, here's my $5,000, now give me $100,000 or $150,000. Now it's gone up, $150,000 bus, and they're like, give me my bus right now. That's not how this works. You don't pay $5,000 and then you get $100,000 bus. That's not a thing. And if it is, you let me know where you can go and get $100,000 or $150,000 bus when you put $5,000, even in the down payment, when you have perfect credit, when you have collateral, you have the most awesome fabricators and company on the book, and you literally can just go and get it with no questions asked. Let me know who that is. I'd like to see and speak to them directly, because as far as we know, it doesn't exist. There's nobody in this industry that is doing what we're doing right now. And when we launch, that's when the shit will hit the fan. That's when we actually start showcasing who we are, what we do, and then ramping up and getting everybody kind of where they need to be into the buses, on the streets, and riding and rolling. Remember, I explained to you guys probably in the second year,
I said we made the biggest mistake when we were just getting buses because we had some sponsors. Then we had like maybe six sponsors, 6 or 7 sponsors, and advertisers to advertise on the buses. And they were like, look, here's the money, go ahead and let's go. And we were just throwing people in buses. We were like, oh man, we got to get this money. Let's put people, we were putting people, there was no deposit. There was no fees. There was no school. There was nothing that said, hey, we need to make sure that you're qualified and you know what you're doing when you're operating this bus. We were just putting people in buses and saying, go out there and enjoy yourself. Cut as much hair and do as much hair as you want. As long as you're out there rolling, that's all we want. You can make as much money as you want. We don't have anything to do with that. That came back and bit us in the ass big time, over and over and over again, because there were people who did not know how to drive the buses. There were people who did not know the laws. There were people who were getting buses towed away because they wasn't following the rules and regulations, the laws about how to operate this type of business within the general public. There was no permits. There was no licensing. There was nothing that you're supposed to have to operate this business. And people was just out here like the Wild Wild West. And we lost a lot of money from that, a lot of money. So that we don't do that anymore. We learn from those mistakes. And that's what I tell you guys, when you're going through the school, you'll learn what we've already known. You'll learn what we already know what to do and what not to do. So we teach that through the school, and we teach that through the actual execution of the business. And then once you get into the bus and you're operating, you're good to go. But again, I have to keep saying this. Y'all will see it as we progress. Y'all see, I'm in 100,000. I'm in a 25,000 square foot mega salon. It's going to expand in January to a 50,000 square foot mega salon, because we're expanding this way. Once they clear out all of the buildings, we'll be in 50,000 square feet. Okay, and then later next year, we have an entire parcel that will be expanding that way, and that'll make us 100,000 square feet, the largest mega salon, 24 hours in the entire industry. Nobody has anything bigger or larger than this. So I don't expect for anybody to believe me or to roll with me or follow me. Y'all do what you want to do. We're rolling. Again, y'all can do what you want to do. We're rolling. And as we roll and do what we're doing, everybody that jumps off the ship, everybody that jumps overboard, everybody that gets kicked off, everybody, they have no choice but to sit back and watch us move. Everybody that's on board, everybody that's off, that's not with us, they'll have no choice but to sit and watch us make these moves and change the entire industry. Again, I really don't care. It's not my business. I'm doing what's good for me and everybody that's partnered with me, everybody that's partnered with us. We're rolling. We're doing what we need to do. Rome wasn't built in a day. It wasn't even built in a week or a month or a year. It took time to build this thing out and make sure that it's right. Okay, so people keep thinking that they need it immediately, right now. Give it to me right now. We've done that. We've been there, done that. I told you guys, I had people driving buses and literally getting into accidents. Thank God none of them was serious and nobody got seriously hurt. But that was our fault because we put people in buses that was not ready. Period. They were not ready. They were people who could not drive. There were people who couldn't parallel park, people who were tapping other people's cars because they did not know how to use the side mirrors and the little screen on the top, because there is no rear view. You can't look to the back and know what you're doing when you're backing up. There is no back. It's a whole bus. There is nothing to look back there to. You'll just see a salon back there. So you have to know how to use your side mirrors and you use the little camera and readjust the angle. And when you're backing up, you better know what's back there. Otherwise, you're running over some stuff or some people. And that's a very bad situation. It's a lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff. And I just want all of the wise people, the smart people out there. You guys are the ones who, and God forbid, I understand your situation. I'll go ahead and name some names. Jeremy, I know you was with me last year, all the way last year, and you're still going through the system. I know you have some issues, but you're going through the system, and you're about to be done now. But I know that this is taxing. It is very difficult. Miss Janine, I know you're going through some issues. I had several people that I've been kind of talking to and brought them into my group, and we're just going to. The biggest issue, listen to me, the biggest issue is that you guys got in at the most critical point. This is the point where we're actually expanding. This is the point where we're actually going from testing phase to execution phase. So we have to transition from this phase to this phase, and that takes a while. And that's where everybody is. Everybody, I have a ton of people. It's over 100 people that's in my group that understand that, Coach, look, I know it's going to take a while. I'm good. I'm with you. When we get up and running, we'll be up and running. Just keep me informed. We're rocking and rolling. Those are the ones that I look at that understands business. They know this is not an overnight thing. That we have to gradually build this thing and put it together. But in this phase, once we transition over, then I do have to say it does run very quickly. I mean, it runs like lightning speed, because we'll be going back to the first stages from when we first started issuing out buses and getting people in the buses. We put you in buses and tell you to go. But guys, it's not as easy now, because you have to know your emails, you have to know your boxes, you have to know your drop areas, your customer flow, your app, when you're using the app to book out your customers, your clients. You can't book a client in one area and then the next client you book all the way across town that's 45 minutes away, but you booked them 20 minutes apart. See, if you do that, now you can't drive from point A to point B where it takes 45 minutes to drive, and that's without traffic. You can't drive from point A to point B to get to your next client. Your client is already there because you booked them 20 minutes apart. It's going to take you 45 minutes to get there. So that means what? You're going to be 25 minutes late. And if you're doing that consistently, you're not booking them properly and correctly, you're going to run into a very big problem. We are going to run into a very big problem because we're right there with you. We're partnered in. So everything you do affects us. Everything we do affects you. It's a ton of different things, guys. A ton of different things that if you don't know it, you're going to suffer the consequences. We all will suffer the consequences. So we're not going to chance it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstate the cancellation form, because I know there's some people, because I got some pretty intense voicemail that people like, look, this is unprofessional, and the girl from well, I'm not gonna say her name, that got kicked out. I didn't do that. I very, very, very rarely kick anybody out. It's just when you reach out through the company, sponsors are watching and listening, and they're reading emails, they're listening to voicemails. If they see anything that says that you are not a person that they should be investing in, they will get you out of the company. They will literally kick you out directly, and they will not ask me. They will kick you out completely because it's their money that we're using. I've said this over and over and over again. It's their money that they're using, that we're using. So if they come in and say, hey, we don't want to work with this person or that person, it looks like they will not be a sound investment. That's their right. They can do that. Now, if they're not doing it willy-nilly, they make money off putting people in buses, just like we make money off putting you into buses. We don't make money if you're not in a bus. we're literally losing money. And this whole, for the past, what, 6-7 months, we've been losing a lot of money because we're not all the way up and running, because we have to transition from one location to the other. But we're almost done. We're almost done, and we'll be ramping up this location to actually get up and running. And I'm going to show you guys that. I told you before, I'm going to show y'all the progress of actually putting this thing together. Did I have any questions? Any questions? So I wanted to make sure that we answer. Hey, Ms. Veronique is putting some stuff in here. Okay, yeah, she's been very supportive as usual. Ms. Veronique has very, very big spirit that I absolutely love. That's why she's a part of the crew. She says anything worth working for is worth waiting for. That is absolutely true. You can't tell that to everybody, but that is absolutely true. I like to tell my kids anything worth having is worth working for. And that's working sometimes does mean waiting. Working sometimes means doing things that you don't want to do or have to do. But if it's worth it, yeah, you're going to have to work for it. I mean, I busted my ass to get into this building. This is a multi-million-dollar building. It cost a lot. Just to be in this area cost a lot. And we're here only by the grace of God and by the spirits actually stepping in on my behalf and giving us this opportunity to come in and do it. And all I can tell people, in my hand of God, I just, this is just where I am. All I can tell people is, you'll see. That's it. That's literally all I can do, is just say, you'll see. I'm able to walk y'all through. I'm able to show y'all, the whole property and, all around and all that stuff. That's all fine and dandy. But, some people, the proof is in the pudding. So when they actually see you running, when they see the buses out there doing their thing, when they see people making, upwards of $1 million in, less than 2 years, when they see that type of thing, then they start to click and understand, okay, yeah, I may have messed up. So I'm going to be reinstating the cancellation protocol and program. So if you guys want to get out of the program, you're more than welcome to do so. You're more than, just let me know, and I will go to the sponsors on your behalf and be able to get you out. You won't be able to get back in because they blackball everybody that gets out or gets kicked out. You won't be able to get back in, but I can get you out and make sure that they refund your. Well, I really ain't got to make sure they refunding everybody now. They used to keep your deposit or keep a portion of your deposit. Now they just give you money back, because we had this conversation 2 years ago. Well, before during the pandemic, after the pandemic started, when people were not able to work and they was wanting to get on buses, and they, we were slow and lost a lot of people. They were getting all antsy and upset, and we just start, excusing people from the program, and we refunded their money back automatically. So everybody was getting their monies back and excused out the program. A lot of those people have been trying to get back into the program, and they can't, because that's just something that the sponsors will not tolerate. If you get out, they will not let you back in, because obviously you're a person who would jump ship on them. You're a person who they can't rely on. If you're able to, or you are a person that says, "Hey, I'm out here. I want my money," then they'll give you money back and they'll get you out, but they'll document your name, your information, your license number, all your documents, information, and they'll spread that through the entire system and say, "Do not work with this person, because this person is a risk factor." Is a risk factor. I didn't like that, but I understand it. I didn't like it, but I do understand it, because you don't know people. You don't know these people. If you are working with a partner and then you're dependent on that partner to come in and open up the shop, like what we used to do back in the day, we depended on our partners, our managers, assistant managers, whatnot, to actually come in, open up, turn on all the lights, adjust the air conditioner, make sure that everything is operational and all that stuff. If they didn't do that, then the business is sitting up there closed and not open and not taken care of. If they're letting anybody through the doors and it's just pandemonium, that's not a good look, for you and your business. So you have to rely on people. You have to deal with people and work with people that is going to have your back and is going to actually work with you to achieve you guys' goals. So that's what we try to do. When I fall short, and I do fall short, everybody falls short, I make up for mine. Y'all know good and well. I'll go out and I say, look, we're going to get sponsors for this. We're going to make sure you're covered on that. I got people in right now that are in at $100,000 instead of $150,000. Okay. I got people that are getting money matched. I got people that are, I literally went out and got trained as an instructor so that I can, work with my guys and my people to get them through the courses. It's just a lot of things that I do personally to make sure that people understand and that this is a one for all for one situation. We all have to work this thing together. If we don't, nobody's going to win. Nobody's going to win. Okay. Hey, Shay. Miss Shay is in the house. What's up, Miss Shay? Miss Shay said, I'm with you all the way. Thank you very much. I already knew. I know the people that's with me. Don't get it twisted, guys. I know the people that are with me. I have a motto for a reason. I said, this company will be the company that makes the most amount of millionaires in the barber and beauty industry, period. That is no cap. When I excel and bring you into my group where I'm at, and you're literally becoming a millionaire, you're literally 100,000, 200, 300, 500, 600, 700, and you're literally about to hit the $1 million mark. I'm making sure that my people are hitting those marks. I make sure of that. So I know the people that have that determination. I know the people that have that fire, that spark, but kind of unfortunately that patience and that will and that desire. Because I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I wish I was done. I wish I was done right now. But guys, let me tell you, I got to go back here. I got to work in the warehouse. I got to make sure that those guys are clearing out all those boxes, all those containers, all of the equipment back there. We got full scale diesels, dump trucks and stuff like that has to be cleared out, all the way out. And I'm here doing that. I could be on a plane somewhere flying to a resort. I could be on the beach on vacation. I can literally not even have this whole company and just be relaxing and living off my product sales. I'll say it again. I could be on a beach somewhere chilling and relaxing at a resort, living off the profits from my product sales and just enjoying life. But I'm here working this business because it's worth it. And we're going to make some real serious change in the barber and beauty industry. We're going to be able to affect a lot of people. But hey, like I say it all the time and I'm going to keep saying it. You ain't got to believe me. You do not have to believe me. I can show you better than I can tell you. Y'all know that old school thing. Y'all know that old school saying, I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay, I see some people popping up. Barry J, what's up, Barry J? Barry J said, I'm signing. Okay, Barry, go ahead and do your thing. Barry said, I'm signing up. I can't see the last part of that. This cuts it off, but I see the dots on there. Barry said he's signing up. Miss Jacobson, I believe that's Jacobson. She said yes. Running a business and starting from scratch is a very difficult assortment. I believe. Well, I guess you can use assortment. I'm not sure. Well, yeah. She says a very difficult assortment. Yeah, I can understand that. It's just something that most people are not going to get. When you're running a business and you're doing that business to a level to where nobody has done this. This is brand new shit. You don't see Mobile Salon buses driving around the streets everywhere. but everybody has hair. Make that make sense? Why? Because this is difficult. This is not easy. It's expensive. It's difficult to maintain. It's difficult to execute. You're dealing with barbers and stylists that have every single issue that you can possibly imagine. It is not easy. I want everybody to understand and know that. It is not easy. Can you hear me? It is not easy. Okay. I don't know. They said check my audio. I did. Was it something that y'all was hearing? I didn't hear anything. That's why I have the YouTube up right here on the big screens to check it. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to make sure because I had those emails. I got some other stuff that I have to do, but we're on it. We're about to start pulling double and triple shifts up here to speed this program up and get us up and running over here so that we can actually get back in business and get you guys taken care of. So all I can do, the best thing that I can do for you all is do this show. Is literally come in, sit down, take a break, take a beat, and from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, be here to do this show and let you all know we're working. We're not just out here kicking it and lighting up cigars and putting our feet up and saying, "Oh, I just love being a millionaire. Oh, it's so awesome, Mr. J." I'm over here building. I'm over here building with my own hands, and then I'll be going to the back and building with my own hands, helping my guys out, building desks, building stations, putting shampoo bowls and stuff together. I got a ton of chairs that are coming in here shortly. We're building those. I got computer work that I have to do to actually manage everybody that's coming in, get them logged in, get the system up and running. We got a security system that's coming in that is tied into the existing system where we'll be able to monitor all the buses at the same time from this location. It's a lot of stuff, guys. I can go through a list. It'll take me about an hour and a half to go through all of the different components that I have to do to put this together. And then the crazy part is I'm not the only one doing this. I'm not the only one working. I have a team of probably 30 or 40 people that are just working, that are doing all of these different things, putting them working behind the scenes, that are doing this thing to make it work. My attorneys are just loco. They're crazy with all of the things that they have to do to make everything that we're doing legal and making sure that we're not going to get shut down or have my buses on the road and have people, roll up on you guys and say, "Hey, you're no longer legal. You have to, you have to get off the bus and go and find something else to do." We're not going to have that. We fight tooth and nail for everybody. Okay, to make sure that this thing works and that you guys are secure. And that's not easy. That's all. That's the I should have called this show "This Is Not Easy," because everybody think it is. Everybody thinks that you can just snap your fingers and you have a fully running multi-million-dollar business just like that. If it was, then everybody would have it. All of you guys would have it. Everybody out here would have a completely 100% operational running mobile or multi-million-dollar business. People think you can snap your fingers and just have a running mobile salon bus. That's not how this works. There's a lot of work that goes into making sure that everything is exactly where it needs to be. Otherwise, you're going to lose. You not only will lose your bus, you could lose something even more valuable because this is a dangerous thing that you're operating. And you go out here and you hit somebody or you cause damage to something, you can not only be fined and shut down, you could be arrested. Because that's what's happening now. People are operating dangerous equipment and machinery, and they're not licensed or they're not competent in their execution, and they find it's called negligence. They find that they're negligent, and they literally get not just fined and shut down, they get arrested. We're not going to have that. I refuse to have anybody put up under those type of strenuous situations. I saw the beep. Hold on. Oh, okay, that's the beep for the show ending. Okay, sorry, I thought that was somebody else. I told y'all I just go when I can sit down. I've been up and running. My knees hurt, my legs hurt, my ankles hurt, the bottom of my feet hurt from literally standing, pressing on my feet, building and telling people what to do and all that. And my eyes is burning. I've been up. I told y'all I'm running off probably 3 hours worth of sleep. 3 hours worth of sleep, and I have to crank up the where my people at. I have to crack open the bottom to keep going, because we're going to be running here probably until 1, 2, maybe 3 in the morning to get these things done. Yeah, all of my stuff is cleared out. We got cleared out stuff over here. We're working on my station, and then we're clearing out the pathway where the buses come in at to be worked on that side, and then they'll be cranking out buses like crazy. But just because we're cranking out buses doesn't mean everybody's just gonna jump in the bus. Y'all got some work to do. Y'all gonna have to, finish the segments and actually showcase what you're doing, so that I can show these sponsors and they're not skeptical on putting just anybody that we can into these buses. So we got to kind of balance that thing out. Thank you. I see it. It's lighting up my screen. That's new. Okay. So let me get up out of here, guys. I appreciate everybody for coming in. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Everything looks good. Everything is running well. I hope you guys can hear me. I can hear me. So it looks like everything. Coming in. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Yeah. It looks like everything is running. It looks good. The quality is good. It's way better than what it used to be back in the day. So everything is where it needs to be for us to go ahead and start transitioning over to the new setup or the new production system. And I know how to run it now and operate it. So we're off to the races, guys. We're off to the races. We're going to do another tour. We do still have to work this part. We do still have to work this part. I'll try to do this tomorrow. It's getting late in the day because the time shift. So when we come on, it's already dark. So I'll just do a tour of the other side while it's dark, and I went and bought one of these. Look at that. Oh yeah, this baby is I think it's 16,000 lumens or something like that. It'll light up everything. So you all will be able to see all the way back to the area. If it was sunny, then you'll be able to see it. Now, my wife did say record and film and then edit something together to show you all that point, but I like to interact with y'all. So I was trying to do that, but I may do that as well, in addition to doing a walkthrough with y'all, and y'all can ask questions or whatnot. I'll also have a video shot during the daytime, and that way you can see everything. We'll rock and roll from there. All right. Any other questions, comments, suggestions, or anything you guys have, let me know. I'm here. You guys know I'm backed up on my emails again. I'm backed up on my voicemails and my text messages. I have a ton of them. They ran some commercials and they put my personal phone number on there and my personal email. So I am slammed. I am completely slammed. I don't really mind it because I'll just block a bunch of stuff that come through that's bull. But it does push me behind with people that are coming through. But what I told you all, a couple of months ago, I'm having my emails and text messages and everything separated. So everybody that's in my group, I'll have a completely different. Here it is right here. Look, here's my phone. I know I'm over time, but I just want to show. Here's my phone and here's my iPhone. So yeah, I know I don't like iPhone, but here I have two. These are my phones. I have two phones now. This is the Android, Fold, the Galaxy Fold. I operate this one day by day. This is the one that's full. Okay, but they're going to be separating you guys and putting y'all into the iPhone. So when you are text messaging, emailing, and all that stuff, it'll come. Everybody that's in my group in the VIP group, only the VIP group, because I got over 100 people that's in my group, and that's going to grow. But the VIP, you guys will get special treatment for you'll come directly. There's nobody. Well, there's a few people in here right now that are VIP. So you guys are in this phone, and when it beings, I just pick it right up and see text messages that just comes right through, and it's not jumbled up with all of this. This is a lot in here. So that's the type of stuff that we're doing to kind of separate things out and keep it all running until everything is up and running on this side, where my receptionist will do all of that for me. So, hey, we're working it, guys. We're working it. All right, guys, that'll do it for right now. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock, so please join me then. We're about to do, and this is going to be really bad. We're about to do our promotion for this show. So we started, 2 months ago? And we did a little bit of it, and we got slammed, so we pulled off of that because we wasn't ready. Our whole system, y'all saw it, our system was not ready for any of that. We had so many people coming in, and our system wasn't working. We couldn't get the audio right. We couldn't get the video right. It just was a mess. So we stopped that. So we're about to start that again, start the advertising and promotions for that again. We're going to be promoting for new sponsors and new advertisers, the whole 9 yards. So y'all will actually be a part of that. And I'm going to show y'all how y'all can make money off of that thing that I just said. We'll do that tomorrow. So I'll show y'all how y'all can start making money right now today. Not just money to pay off your bus, but money that you can put in your pocket. Cash money that you can actually make on a regular basis. We'll go over that tomorrow. All right, guys, that'll do it for right now. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm Ronnie Mac, owner of the Shops Salons Network, the HairArt Network, and the new Mobile Salon Network, bidding you guys peace and blessings. Please take care of yourself. And if you can't, take care of someone else. If we all did that, we all will be taken care of. If you haven't signed up to our Mobile Salon Network, go to MOBALON.com, MOBALON.com, and sign up. The application at the top of the page on the right-hand side, just fill it out, click on it, fill it out, and submit it back in. If everything is good, then someone will contact you and let you know what the next steps are. Okay. If you haven't donated, please donate to our charity. We have our own charity called Triple H Charity. It's HHHcharity.org. Stands for Haircuts for the Helpless and Homeless. Yeah, my lights came on. Y'all see my open sign? Y'all see the open sign over there? Okay, it comes on automatically when we have somebody coming up. Anyway, our charity stands for Triple H Charity, Haircuts for the Helpless and Homeless. We use your donations to build the buses that go out and do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. And we have some show content. We're going to show you all that too, y'all. It's hilarious. You also use your donations to pay the barbers and stylists to do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. So it is a very, very, very worthwhile cause, and you'll be able to see your donations at work. All right, guys, that'll do it for right now. I will be back tomorrow. If you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section or email them or text them to us. We will get to them. I read every last one of them, even the crap, even the bull crap. I read them. I'll just sit, when I get a minute, I'll sit back and I'll go through, and then I'll make calls and I'll go through and make more calls. But I make it an absolute purposeful purpose for me to go through every single message, even if it's hundreds or even thousands of them. I'll go through them all and actually read through them, and then sift through the people that should not be texting or emailing and block them. And then everybody else, you know, I deal with them directly because I enjoy engaging with you guys. All right, guys, that'll do it for right now. I'll see you all tomorrow. Everybody, please, please, please be safe out there. And remember our motto: respect yourself, because image is everything. Peace.